Okay, guys, so here's the base coverage adjustments for 146. I'm going to show you guys the blitz as well as the coverage defense, just different things I'll do versus just any base coverage that before I start adjusting what my opponent's doing, or if they're not in like a meta formation. If you guys are looking for more specific things like stopping bunch, cluster, etc., check out the stopping the meta section for those. But this is just the base before I start like adjusting for my opponent, right? So I'm going to set up the blitz here, and I'll show you guys the adjustments out of that first, right? So right here, set it up. And here we go. So we're setting 6, right? Right off the bat, what I usually want to do is I'll man up the backside route. So I pretty much want to take away the weak side without having to use it. Versus any trips, trip side end, bunch, Y trips like this. So I'm going to man up this guy on the outside and man this guy up on the running back, right? Then you just have the 3 wide receivers to the right that you can lurk yourself. Now, since I'm pressed in man-to-man, I'm going to want to shade over top to make sure I don't get beat deep. That'll prevent the guy from beating you on a streak. Then you can shade inside, outside, whatever you want to do to try to stop corner routes and posts and stuff like that. Now, since we're going to imagine here, if they send the running back out, if they send the tight end out, they're going to get screamed at. You can't block this blitz without max protecting for the most part. So if they send the tight end out, they're going to get screamed at. You just have to take away their first read. So right away, you see you have a cloud flat on the right. So if they send the tight end on the flat, you're going to want to lurk that early, and then kind of lurk back middle, just taking away anything, drags and stuff like that from the backside that might beat your man-to-man. Now, if they do max protect, you're just going to allow this guy who's probably going to go into a deep third, and you're just going to be able to lurk any posts that might go across the middle all the way to the other side, because you know you don't have the deep zone on the outside. Right? If they don't max protect, they probably won't have time to throw anything like that. But they do max protect, and they do have like a skinny, like not a skinny post, but like a shallow post that goes across the middle. It can get to the other side where you don't have any deep zones at, and that's just what your user's going to be playing, right? So it just in a base play here, they're in a Y corner. I'm going to block the running back just because that's probably what they'll do if they see this. And then they'd probably do this. Excuse me, I'll put them on a zig. And this. This is probably what they'll do. Now, what you're going to want to do is just going to lurk the right yourself. Bam, I'm going to take away that zig. I'm lurking back to the corner and just kind of taking away anything you can early on, right? So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to max pro this play. Let me set up the coverage one more time. Okay, now, again, I told you if they have a post going across the middle, so we'll max protect. We'll put this guy on a post, and we'll drag underneath, and maybe they'll curl this guy or something, right? Just something like that. I don't know what route combo they're going to do. Just know that that post is going to be yours. So this, I'm imagining this safety is probably going to go into a deep third, and then and then the post will get open across late if they have time. Now they didn't have any time, so you guys couldn't see it. But let me go to the replay here. Now this blitz is just a very good blitz, honestly. So, but what you're going to see here is, as I thought, this guy went into a deep third, so he's dropping back middle. And this post eventually will get to about right here where you have no deep zone at. So that's just your responsibility, right? So the only thing when you're doing these adjustments that you really have to worry about, I'll set the blitz here one more time and then we'll jump into the coverage side of things, is this. So if they have man-to-man on the left like you have here, and they put like a curl, that's really the only thing that they're going to have to really worry about off a quick read. And if they start doing that, then something I might do is, instead of manning up the running back, I'll probably put this guy in like a cloud or a purple or something, and then just know if they send the running back out, you have to lurk it. But the thing about it is, if they send their running back out, you know they're not going to have a lot of time. So if they send them out, so like say they do this, right? Let me grab the other controller here. So they have a curl on the outside. You know that's going to beat man. So you put the cloud there, and then they streak their running back. Maybe they streak their tight end. And just do that. Just kind of get this play going. So you know they're sending 5 out. They're not going to have a lot of time. Here's what I would do. So I see the running back go out. I go here, and then I'm back to the tight end. And really, they're just going to have to try to force one in, honestly. They're not going to have a lot of time. And you're just going to try to make them make a bad read. If they throw the tight end right away, maybe they have it. But you see me take this one step. It looks like I go towards the tight end. Now it looks like I go back towards the running back. Maybe you have time to hit that tight end. Maybe you make that read. Maybe next time I bait the running back and I go sprinting right at the tight end. So, like, either way, I mean, it's tough. So, like, if let me show you guys one more time. It's really tough for them to make this read because you don't know exactly where the user's going, and by the time you do, you're sacked. So let me put this guy in the cloud, man him up here, right? So you see we have the same thing. Streak. And here's the setup. So this time, when they hike the ball, I'm going to fake towards the running back, and I'm back here. So you don't know which way I'm going when you hike the ball, and by the time you do, you're usually sacked. So that's what I'm doing. I'm really just kind of doing, like, trying to take away that left side myself and use the trip side myself. Take away that back side with my adjustments, and then use the trip side myself. So now I'm going to show you guys the coverage adjustments. Now, if you know you're going to play coverage, you can leave this guy out there so you can get a press on RB if you want to man him up like this. But if you don't, like, if you want to disguise it, you can do this too. This is probably what I usually do. So I kind of change it up with like this. So I might do this. If I shade up, I know I'm not going to get beat deep. I can put this guy in the middle if I'm worried about the middle. But since I have those guys both manning the seams, I'd probably do this. This is probably what I would do with the shade up, so I know I'm not getting beat deep. No, I'm taking away that flat. No, I'm taking away the running back in the shallow flat. Excuse me. You don't want to be containing here. Just note that. I accidentally contained when I was setting it up. And then you can just do a bunch of different things. Maybe you're worried about the guy going across the middle, so you could bluff blitz him, put him in a 3-rec now, and now any drags across the middle are taken away. A lot of different things you guys can do out of this. A lot of different adjustments. Now, if they are in a doubles, I'll quickly show you guys that. So basically, I'm doing a lot of the similar things. The only difference is instead of blitzing that guy on the right, I'm manning him up because manning up is so good this year. Let me just come on in a quick doubles, and then we can jump out of this base coverage adjustments video. So I just come on like a corner out play. So basically the same thing here. If you want to get this press, you can. Otherwise, if you want to disguise it, pull them in. I'd probably, anytime they're in a doubles, I do this. Anytime, and I'm playing coverage. This is easily the coverage adjustments I do. I would pull this guy here, and I put him in a mid read or hook curl, one or the other. And then I have man up on the backside, manned up on the two middle guys to take away any seam streaks because I'm in cover 2. Now, obviously, I always told you guys if you come out in DB Sting Buzz 2, and let me reset here, you will audible, and your linebackers will stay in the gaps. If this guy hadn't been touched already, he would stay in the gaps, and then you can disguise your coverage as cover 4. And then you don't have to worry about the seams when you're in cover 4 because you have the two deep zones in the middle. So just being able to do that and switch up your defensive call with the same exact look is very, very important. So you guys can do that. You can do, and then you start playing hard flats. Maybe you don't want to have to worry about the flats, and you can just man up the running back here, man up the tight end here, and usually this backside guy. And now you just have to worry about the B route coming across the middle because he's probably not going to be on anything other than in the flat, other than maybe a smoke screen. So you don't have to worry about the flat if you man up those two guys. Just different things you guys can do, but always come out in DB Sting Buzz and audible to something else. Like if I go to cover 4, my guys stay in the gap, as you guys see. So that's the base coverage adjustments for 146.